let's see, making sure that we are streaming now, printing 41.76 on the E-mini. All right, let's see if we can do a small trade here before the end of the hour on the E-mini. We have a gap down for oil as expected. I told you yesterday to look for those expectations. Oops, hold on. So power hour now. Let's go over the E-mini and some stocks that we have going on. Currently the E-mini printing 41.75, 41.76. Yep. So there we go. Overnight low 74, so we might be heading there. So what do we have for today? As we open the market this morning around 7 a.m. Eastern, I posted in the room the expectations for the day when it comes to the E-mini trade. Give me 1 second. I have a position here going on and on my other account. So what do we have for E-mini trading for today? So far, we have a range between 89 and this 75. We are currently printing the 75. All right. One trade that we did early on was to go with the E-mini following our trading plan for the day. If we held this 72 at the open, the targets you were supposed to look for on that E-mini were the 78, 82, and the 88. Those were the three targets, including the 95, which was about 3 points over those power point of control from overnight. Now, what do we have for the E-mini right now? Well, this is what we have. Currently printing 41.77, trying to test this overnight low. So far, we have not been successful. We haven't got any new. Give me 1 second. I have one open order here. Yes. Give me 1 second. Okay, so there you go. I was testing something, and now that is done. All right, so what do we have? 41.77. Let's review what's going on. Remember, this morning, this is what you're looking for. If we break this 72, then the 68, 64, and 60 all the way to the downside, that's the numbers to look in case you're looking for the short inside on the E-mini trade right now. Currently, we have, let me make this chart a little bit bigger, and you recall this 60 number being the top of those singles, right? The top of those singles that we have. There you have it. All right, all the way to 41.49 on that E-mini. So those singles have not been repaired. We've been fighting all this morning on this 41.77 back to the 89. So looking at this, the bigger picture looks like this. I've been talking about this 41.72, how important that 41.72 is. Even today, I mentioned it in the chat, right? Key number for the bears and the bulls is 41.72. 41.72 level, that's where we have found value, right? At the top of last Thursday. Last Thursdays and last Wednesday, we've been finding enough value here, enough value above this number, 41.72. Now, this is giving me the confidence that these guys wants to conduct business above this number. Every time we drop below, immediately you see the reversal happening, right, for the 41.72 number. So today, if we were to break that, then definitely we'll be looking for a move back to the 41.60 and eventually the repair of this 41.49. All those singles are still there. So Be paying close attention to those two numbers. Currently, I have no position on the ES. I'll show you what I've done so far. Let me see if I get any love from the other stuff. 1 second. 41.75 right now. Let me go back to the ES here. So far for the day, one small trade that I did on this account, 41.75, currently still printing. My last trade, I mean, this was the only trade that I was waiting for, the 88 level this morning. Did not short. For a minute, I thought they were going to go higher to that 95. So I just exited my trade. So let's see if we are going to get back, or are we going to break this 75 and come back really strong to this 70 level for the E-mini. One thing to know though is I haven't checked this morning. Well, I checked them early on. The yields are going lower just a tiny bit. If you look at the yields today, not moving a lot. I was expecting a big jump early on. We did get it. Let me get rid of this. We did get it, but then now we're back at this 163 on the yield. So the yield's having no effect today. Still 41.75 on this ES. I mean, they're having such a struggle here to drop below that overnight low. Overnight low is 41.74 and a quarter. Let's see if we're gonna break that. If we break, I'll go with it and take it all the way to 66 maybe. We can have a very nice trade on that. Now, let's go talk and look at the oil. Some of you guys were looking at that oil early on. Let me see if this is going to work for me. All right. 108.08 currently. 108.04 on the TQQ. Some of you were asking me about the TQQ long. The pre-market that I did, guys, was 107.20 all the way to 109.40. All right, those were my pre-markets. So that I'm out of my TQQ. I do not have any position on TQQ. FNGU, I'm waiting for the 33.20, 32.20, excuse me. On FNGU, about the $32 range to get it. I do not have that yet, all right, on the TQQ. Coinbase today looking good. Coinbase printing 295 once again. I'll go over that as well. Let me make sure. Give me 1 second. Let me make sure that is taken care of. All right, let me take care of this. Give me 1 second. Okay, boom, done. So that's the move that I'm planning to on the E-mini. FNGU 3255 currently 3255. 3180 was the low this morning, 3160 pre-market. We can probably take it back to the 33s in this afternoon. So looking good. Boeing and Baba and Baidu, I'll talk about those later on. I will talk about those. Okay. But let's see what Baba is going to do, and Baidu and Coinbase. Coinbase out of the 290 today. Look at that. They 291 back to 302, about $10 profit on that trade. Kudos to those of you who grabbed that trade. Look at the oil still dropping to the 63.23, right? We gapped down from yesterday. I told you wait for the $63 this morning. Here it is, crude oil. Here was the idea. We are having a healthy retreat back to the 63.50. That was early on this morning. And I told you, wait, right? This was the key. Wait and let the market settle around the level so that we can have fun later on in the day. Because I was waiting for the move. Oh, look at this mechanical trade, guys. Look at the mechanical trading on the E-mini right now. I'll go to that right now in a minute. Those of you asking me for the oil trade right now at 63.20 and change. Okay, 63.50, 63.20 right now on oil. I told you wait. So wait it out. I think we have plenty of time for this oil to retreat a little bit more to take our next step back to the 65s. Let me go over that. Here is the move on oil that we have done, and it was pretty healthy after going above the 62 level, right? From the 62, we went to the $63. Then we are about to close this gap. This is the gap from Tuesday morning. We are about to close the gap on oil, and then we just rally all the way to that 65 number. So this is now another gap. This is a gap down on oil. We are leaving behind 63.86 to 64.30. We will be correcting that eventually on our next run up. But looks good. I mean, right now, the move is for us to close, right? Close this gap down all the way to 63. Let me see, what is this number? I think it is 63.05. Is it 63.05? So we still have some room to go here for oil, right? Your target, if you're not out of this short on oil, if you did short oil, is to go look for the long trade. Okay. Wow, let me see what's going on for the E-mini. Somebody's saying it's going above the 75 again. Let me see. E-mini, oh, well, look, they tested the overnight low, right? That's all they did. So let me tell the guys, right? Let me tell the guys in the room here. Boom, right? To the tick, that was tested, yeah? Very mechanical trading on that E-mini. Okay, let's go back to, thank you very much. Okay, thank you. Let's go back to the oil. Hold on, to the oil. Let me type it here in the room for the guys, and we will review some of the stocks that we have. All right, 32.68 now, 32.50, 46 on that FNGU, looking good. TQQ printing 108.50. I have a 109.60 short on TQQs. All right, on the TQQs. Twitter was a disaster yesterday. What a disaster on Twitter. Look at Wayfair, guys. Wayfair earnings May 6, now below $300 on Wayfair. I'll go talk about a little bit about that on Wayfair. Let me extend this till tomorrow, and I'll delete it later on. This gap, we still have some times on this gap to go. We have not correct these singles yet because we did not correct those singles yet on regular trading hours for these from April the 20th, even though we did gap up. Okay, so we did gap up, we did correct it as much as this. Now we are correcting them on the way down, so I think it's time to delete these singles. These singles have been repaired completely. Okay, these singles are repaired. Now all we have is this gap currently on my oil trade, and now we have this beautiful gap down here that we will probably correct next week. So looking good for oil so far. This week was a great week for you guys. Looking forward, what I'm gonna be looking for is now not to go below the 62s. Remember, we have a nice prominent point of control from that Wednesday or Tuesday. Was it Tuesday? Tuesday, we did have this nice point of control, and I will mark it down because I wouldn't like for them to go lower than this. Well, let me get rid of this one and instead use this. This is 62.50, and I want you to mark it in your charts, because this number, it is a very prominent, it's a nice prominent point of control. It has very nice trading mechanism that happened there that day on Tuesday. And we still have some singles not repaired all the way to 6160, right? You guys recall those 6160 singles? We still have them here. So I wonder if we can wait for the 6160 again. But if we wait for these guys, it's a little bit too late on oil. Oil, the move will be for them to stop right here at the 63, right? Start finding some arguments here to stop, right? And then start moving higher. The problem that we're having lately on the oil is this India news hitting the markets regarding, what do you call it? Regarding vaccinations and people getting sick in that country. So that's what is killing us so far. Emini dropping, thank you very much. Let's go look at the Emini. Emini dropping, give me 1 second. Let's see if we can take a trade. Let me go back to the Emini trade. Delete this out of the way. Oh, now we are out of the, oh wow, look at this. So come back, let me go back to our trade. We just went to the 78 from the 74, and now we're back at it. So let's go back to the E-mini now for a minute. Look, mechanical. See where are we stopping so far? Wow, look at that 72, 41.72. Mechanical once again, right? Look at the 72, guys. Again, that 72 holding, right? You need to understand why are we stopping here. So if this breaks, I mean, this thing is just going to go kaput. But look at that again, 72.50. Unbelievable, these guys. The value that we are having here is the past 5 days, right? 1, 2, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be the 5th day where we have, found some nice value here, where these people love to conduct business. So if this breaks, I mean, this is going to break to the 42.10. We already tested the 41.10 yesterday, remember? But it is important for them to hold on to this 72, excuse me, on the E-mini. Let me see if I can place a sell stop maybe. But a sell stop is going to be short-lived. I believe this will trigger a bunch of stops, and maybe these stops are going to trigger this 68 level, 66 for the E-mini. So if this goes, we might reverse once again on this 68s. So be aware of that. We take a short right here. If I go short this 72s, excuse me, the target, the first target I'll be looking for will be the 68. It's going to trigger some stops. Let's see what the book map is showing me. This morning I did post it in the room early on in the morning. This is what the book map looked like this morning. Here is the 70 number, right? Here is the 70 even. And then there is the 60 and change, like 64, 63 for the book map for the E-mini. So very important. Let's go and check it out right now. 73.50. Any short right now, you want to have a tight stop, because if you short 73 or 74 right now, you are out of the opening, out of the overnight range. Being out of the overnight range can give you the move to the 66. All right, can give us that move to the 66. Let's look it up in the book map right now. Let me load it. It's currently loading the data. I just opened it this morning. I was in my other computer. Look at the jump back to the 75. That's what I told you. If you short the 74s, be careful, because they will squeeze you on the way back up. Remember, the open is 80, so look, we're heading back to the 80 level, right? Look at these suckers. They're going back to the 80. So I will play their game now. So let's go back to the 70, and I'm going to short. Let's see if we can get back to the 78 or 79 at least. Hold on. Come on. This thing does not respond really well. 78. We just have a 78. Let's see if we can sell one right here, 78. I'll put a tie stop, and I'll be adding if this thing goes back to the 88s. It's very early on as well, right? It's really early. Here is what it's looking like. Excuse me. I see 4182 lighting up. Okay, we can go all the way up to 4182. They are about to fill my order on 78, so I am short right now 78, right? Short 78 on the E-mini. Let me tell the guys in the room. Short 4170A. Looking for 74 again. Hopefully we will get those 4 points. Okay. Tie stop or looking to add or add in short at 4182. There you have it. So this is a live trade. Let's see if this is going to work and give us the move. Let me go back to my other account. I have my Interactive Broker account and placed an order as well. So E-mini live. Here we go. We already got 2 points on this trade. Short the 78. Here goes the 76. Two points. Back to 77. Having a hard time here. Back inside the overnight range, right? The top is this 80. And we can have this rotation, as I told you, this rotation back and forth. Early on, short. I'll probably be adding one more short if we go back to this 82. 82 is VWAP, by the way. It's very close to VWAP 82. So far, it's looking good. Let's see if we can take it back to. Let me see. Where is my other account? Why is this not going in? Oh, there it is. Okay, good. Okay, so let's see if this is going to work. Already 2 points on this trade, guys, from 78 to the 76 levels. If you guys grab that trade and you guys are scalping the market, that's a good scalp on 2 or 3 lots. I'm going 2-3 lots for those big numbers, but this is just a scalp that I'm trying to get it back to the 72. Very mechanical so far. Very mechanical. And nothing wrong in taking this trade off the table right now, right? Okay, 76. I'll take those 2 points. Let's see if we can get 2, 3, 4 points on this thing. There you go, 75. Let me look at my apples and TQQs on the other screen. 3247s, TQQ 108, 175. Nvidia down $4, guys. Apple 133 even. Look at oil trying to go back above the $63 number. Good trading, guys. 3 points already on this move. Good trading. All right, 3 points live. There you have it. All right. Let's take these 3 points. 2 points already. Get it going, baby. Back to the 73. Back to the 74. All right. Boom. They fill my order. Done. Right? Boom. 4 points. 4 points. Live. You guys just saw that. Right? Gorgeous trading. Nice trading, guys. So those are the moves that I was expecting on that trade. And look, they even gave me some more. Back to the 72 again. I didn't left any runner on this trade. Let me go back to my TQQs because I am missing this TQQ, guys. The chart on the TQQ was such a beautiful thing. And now FNGU. Let me go back to FNGU. 3230s. Nice. Very nice. Okay, we're going to wait for the next right? Next set on the E-mini. See if we can get it back at a 78 short once again to take it back to the 72. Two times already. Two times we are trying to go below this 75. So 4 handles on that move, very quick, very easy. Okay. If this breaks, that's it. That's it. We're going much, much lower. Much, much lower, guys, on that E-mini. Love it. I love it. Good trading, guys. Very good. Let me close. I have, well, I'm going to let it go right now. I have my spreads on the SPY that are working beautiful as well. I want to get rid of those SPY today. Making almost $1,500 on those SPYs. My till rate is working. The take two, let me see. This take two is giving me, it's down about $1. But it's a put that I sold. $950 so far on this SPY spread that we did. DKNG, let me see what the DKNG is doing today. I have a small trade. We are making about $100, $150. This expires next week. As long as we stay above the $55, we'll be all right. Man, I should have closed it this morning. It was much better this morning. Okay, 75 was given again. Wow, are we going to drop right now? Please don't. Give us back the 78s. Multiple trades on this E-mini. 1, 2, 3 trades on that E-mini. We just grabbed this one and this one. Waiting to see if we're going to drop this 72. Guys, if we drop 72, this thing is going to go to 66. About 6 points if we were to get out of this 72 level. Waiting for a small push. These guys, see if they're going to defend it again. Let me look at the book map. Book map looks good all the way to 82. I wonder if these guys are planning to do a rotation back to 82. But look at the 73s, right? I mean, at the 72 level, all the way to the 70. Here we might stop, and it's going to be a quick trade for the E-mini. Okay, there we go. They're trying, guys. They are trying to go to these 68s. We break. Hell will break loose on this E-mini and go back to those 50s, which will be such an awesome retreat. That would be an awesome play. Come on. All right, let me go back to the stream. See if I have any questions. No questions so far on the stream. You guys are cool. You guys are the best. 73, 107, 67 on my TQQs. TQQ dropping. Man, what a miss, guys. This TQQ really handled it to me because the short of the 109 on these TQQs was such a great play. And here we go. We dropped below 41.72 on the ES. New low for the days. 41.71. And it's still trying to get defended here. Look, no stops. No stop run. That is interesting. I just see a big spike right now to the downside. That is really interesting. No spike down. Okay. 41.68. I believe I saw some numbers here. But there is no supply. I mean, no demand right there. The supply is at the 75s, so they might take us back to the 75. And here we go, back to 72. Quiet, orderly, light volume today. I was expecting, well, not too bad, but I was expecting much volume, higher than yesterday. I haven't checked the NYSE volume. I'll probably check it out later. I'm sorry, guys. I have a terrible cold. Not COVID, just a cold, a very horrible cold over the past 3 days. Trying to do my best to stay here with you guys and give you the best instructions. Let me go to oil. Somebody's asking me about the oil trade. Oil trade to 63.10. Should I buy? So if you buy those 63.10s on oil, remember I have the 62.50. Let me show you what's going on that oil before you make a move. Here is the oil trade on the screen, right? Here is the oil trade. What I'm looking for is a move on oil. You see this $63, right? 63 even right here. I'll try to make this arrow a little bit bigger. Give me 1 second. Here is the 63 even number, and then you have 62.60 right around the 62.55, okay? 62.50 for oil. So I'll be a little bit tempted to go long somewhere here on the 62.60s instead of taking the 63. If you're scalping it for 10, 20 ticks, that's fine. Take those 63 back to the 63.30s. Oh man, they just did it right now. So good kudos to you if you grab the 63.10. But I will probably wait. Okay, I will wait it out. All right, I will wait it. This was a good move though. Nonetheless, they came to this 63.10 how many times? Like 4 times already. And every time they are buying those 63.10s. Okay, what did I say on the E-mini? Wait it out, right? Because they are going to take you back to the 75, and that's exactly what they are doing right now. Taking you back to the overnight low, back to the 75. What's pretty interesting is the 72, I did not see any fireworks. I was expecting a much bigger set of stop runs to go for it. And look, now they are pushing us back to 82. So what is the plan to go on this trade right now? If I go short anywhere, somewhere, oh, look where the sellers are, right at 75, guys. Somebody just showed up there to sell the 75s, okay? And we have some 78s on the E-mini. So let me go back to that. So I hope that's clear on oil, okay, what to look for that oil trade. Oil trade start looking for a move to the 63.50 and down to the 62.60 level. Let's go back to the E-mini, see if we can capture some more money. E-mini, NASDAQ, Dow Jones trying. Next time, let me know about this oil, man. Oil was a good right there on the 63s. Okay, let's go to E-mini coming to the 78. I'll place an order. Sell. See if they're going to go back to that 78 number and grab it. Maybe go small here. If you want to scalp it, go for 1 or 2 points. Start looking at to go short this 76 back to the 70s. That's about 6 points, even though if you're scalping the E-mini right now. All right, even though if you're scalping the E-mini. We just grabbed 4 points on that move on the way down from 78 to 74. Let's see if they're going to push back up to the 78s and then roll over down to those 71s. All right. My stop will be the 80 right at the point of control. I will be placing my stop. Right. I don't want to give more than 2 points away on that trade. But now being inside overnight range, right? We went out. Now you came back in. The move is if these guys test this low and hold this 74 again, they might start pushing all the way to the open of the day, which is 41.80. That's why I want to be aware of where we are at all times in the market using the market profile. Not a bad day. $300 this morning, and that's in this account, my other account that I have on my other computer, my interactive broker. I think I already have passed the 600 mark on those 2 lots that we did early on. We're gonna let it go for now. Look at Apple. I have Apple here. Give me 1 sec, because some of you guys were asking me about my Apple trade. Apple, I got rid of 133.50s, and now they're down again to 133. So my Apple guy is, my idea on Apple will be to go long again the 33s, take it back to 34s. Let me see if we see anything at 32. Nothing. Well, 32 even, we have some nice support here, about $1 off from where we are. Man, I'll take one over here. I'll take a couple of them right here at 33.10. Let's go back to TQQ, guys, and FNGU quickly. FNGU, not bad. They came to that 32.30, now back at 32.56, 32.56, excuse me. TQQ's 108. This one went all the way to 109 this morning. So that's 107.50 long was a good one. What do I have? 3 days to go. And I have a 422 call on the SPY. Let's take a look at the SPY. SPY is right now what? Let me take a look at the SPY quickly. SPY is 419, 417. Are we gonna move 50 points between Monday and Tuesday? I have a spread for SPY on Wednesday. All right. So they fill my order short ES. Okay, I'm short 78. Oh, they did not fill the order? Oh, I thought they did. For a minute, I heard maybe it was something else on my other computer. Yeah, it could be that it was my other computer. I'm short on my other computer, 78 on the ES. I just heard the little bell go off. 18 cents, $180. Currently, not that bad, this trade, guys. Should I take the $110 today or let expire worthless on Monday? On Wednesday, excuse me. That's the trade that I have. It is a 422, 423 call spread. I collected about 18 cents, 18% of my money. So I'll leave it alone. It's Friday. Let them deal with time decay for Monday. 133.10 on Apple. 33.09 is being printed right now. ES is still not giving me my short. I'm short 41.78 on my other account. This account, I think I placed it too long. I think I placed it 41.79. So, hey, if I can get those 2 points on my other account, I'll be more than happy. Okay. But see how important it is, right? How important it is to know those levels as you come for you to be prepared. This is only levels for you to be prepared every single day what to expect from the market. 41.72, we have found acceptance above it, right? And we are having such a hard time breaking these 41.72s, guys. Such a hard time, which is great. I'm still waiting for 42.20 before the market start pulling back, right? Nice GDP number yesterday. You guys saw the GDP number. Employment report, opening of the economy, everything is pointing for this market to go much, much, much higher. Earnings were a completely blow up. Amazon, eBay, Qualcomm, Apple, you name it, right? The industrials are doing good, so the economy is doing okay. And then you have the Fed on the back saying, don't worry about it, I got you back. We're going to keep 0% till forever. I will take these 2 points on my other account, guys. I hope, yes, a bubble trader, you're absolutely right. 4160, brother, that's the number I'm looking for. I wish we can get this 4172, what do you call it, those runs, but I don't see no stops runs. That's surprising. Short again, 4178. ES on my other account. I'm probably going to get those 2 points. 2 to 4 handles on this return. If I get it, I'll probably close it down at 76. See how they're trying to push that, right? Okay, Bubble, have a great weekend, my friend. Have an amazing weekend. Take care. Be seeing you Monday morning. All right, Monday morning. Look at the push now from these 70s back to that 78. Back to the 78. And now this start to look, this is the 5, actually this is the 1 minute. Let me put it back to the 5 minutes. Are we breaking? Are we going back up? to the 88, right? Because we are breaking right now this drop. Yeah, we are breaking that. So interesting to see that coming back to 82. That would be really interesting. 80 is the open, guys, on that ES. 80, the open. Let's go back to oil. Somebody's asking me, can you please take a look at oil? Oil, I told you, there you go, 63.50 on that oil tray, man. Wow. They printed the 63.42 on the oil. If you grab that from the 63.10, that gave you those $400, right, that we look for as an easy return. We did print 63.48. Let me go back to my oil account here, making sure I have the oil on my screen. I have not. Today, I did not did much on oil. I was feeling horrible last night, and man, this was a very nice short from that $64. Trying to break this trend line on oil. 63.63, so we might go all the way to 63.57. All right, so that's FYI. Okay, E-mini quiet here. So let's go over the stocks, guys, really quick. Wayfair printing below earnings next week. Next Thursday, I believe, the earnings. All right, let me. 63.50 on oil, currently printing 63.50 on oil. All right. What do we do with this Wayfair? Take it back to 310 next week. Now we are below the $300. It was great last week to be buying this. Let me show you the hourly for you to see what's expected from this. Right? We try to break out of it, but if we do not break above that 310, I told you there is a good chance we will break to the 280s for this stock. Looking at a daily the daily chart, 77.75. Here is the expectations, right? What to look for on this trade. I would like to adjust this back to the 310s, but honestly, the chart worked perfectly on this 300 mark. Yeah. This 300 mark, this has been our bread and butter on Wayfair, from the 300 back to the 320s, 330s. And now let me adjust this trend line. Actually, let me get rid of it. Because what it appears to be, these guys are retreating now, right? Once we broke this 330, we are retreating back to this 30 even, a $300 even. So what am I be looking for? I will be looking for the 280s to come back into place, right? This 280 move, and I wonder if these earnings are probably going to give us this 280 back again when it comes to the Wayfair trade. Down about 2% today. All this week, if you look, we haven't been able to push above the 310. That's my only concern on Wayfair. So let's leave it alone for a minute. Baidu, I haven't ordered on Baidu. Remember, I am long Baidu 216s. I went a little bit earlier on Tuesday, and now I'm paying the price. Tuesday or Wednesday, I believe I bought it. I'm paying the price because I always like to wait on Baidu to be down to the 210s to go long. So here is the moment where I'll be adding to Baidu, right? I am long already, only 1/3 of my position on Baidu. Not losing a lot, losing about $1 and change on that position. Currently is $212, losing about $130, not a lot. So I'll be looking, I will be looking and adding to this if we drop to that 210 level. The 209s, 210s, 204 has been such a great trade for Baidu. GameStop, on the other hand, did not give me the 150 this week after they make this big move back to the 190. Still stuck on this 70, so nothing to do on that trade. Baba coming to the 232s, and Boeing as well coming to the 232s. Right? We talk about Boeing, we talk about Baba. This week we've been taking those two trades. Baba and Boeing, guys, these are very nice entries. Somewhere around the 225. Baba earnings is next week. I have it, I believe. When is Baba earnings? Let me tell you when it is. It's right now. It's showing me May the 13th. So it's not next week. It's 2 more weeks to go. So let's see if we're going to prop the stock a little bit from the 230s back to the 240s. That would be really cool. Collect $10, more than 3% of return on your money for Baba. All right. APPS, Digital Turbine. Look at this move on Digital Turbine this week. Earnings yesterday were very nice. We have a nice move back to the 77 this morning. I believe I saw 76 or 77 this morning. Yes, last night we even saw the $80 move, right? So my credit spread working like a charm for APPS Digital Turbine, right? I went long 71s, I went long 72s on my other account. I'm still long the stock. Digital Turbine. Boeing, let's go look at Boeing. Boeing coming to the 230. Man, can we get Boeing back to 220s, right? There you go. Look at where we are right now on Boeing, right? Let me get rid of the active trader. Where are we in Boeing, right? Let me get rid of the news. Boeing coming back to the 231, guys. Okay, this is a nice entry from the 231s to the 245 on Boeing. All right, we just got Boeing earnings this past week. They were really, they were a bit ugly, but they are holding this 230 level. So Boeing is starting to look good here. I wish we could get it back on the 220s like we did mid-March, but I don't think we're going to get it there unless the market pulls back heavily. If we get a drop in the market, we might get this Boeing back again on the 220s. But having a core position on Boeing around the 230s, that is not bad at all. It gives you a very nice move to the 245, 250s. So not at all. Having a small core position here, maybe 1/3, and you start adding here to build up a nice average all the way to the 200 levels on Boeing. That would be a nice core position to have. The meantime, ES printing 4180. All right, I told you we're going back to the open, and there you have it. We are now at the open on the E-mini. Back to the open on the E-mini. So one thing to note, let me go back to my other Beyond Meat. Oh, somebody just told me about the Beyond Meat trade. That was a good trade on Beyond Meat. All right, let's go back to the E-mini, printing 4180 right now. E-mini, let's go and see if we can get another short. Oh, look at that. They pulled back from the 80 immediately to the 78. 83, what is it? 82 is our volume, the VPOC for the E-mini. End of the week, Friday. Let's see if this is going to give us that move. Below the 4172 on that ES. I was looking at the chart. All right. You see oil pulling back from the 63.56. I told you, just you take your money on the 50s and get out. If you did not, then you're back to the 63.10. You're only making $200 on the trade. Let me go back to the oil, see if oil 63.40, right? Look at the trend line. They went to that trend line on that oil trade, immediately reverse down to the 63. Let me see if I can get it back to the 63.10. We have 63.10 and 63 even as targets. So if you are short oil, anyone short that oil, the 63.50, start looking for this 63 even number or the 63.10, 63.12 on it. I might take a small trade here. If I see it come back to the 63.50s, I might look to participate in this move. What it could happen though is that you will get a nice inverted head and shoulder. So your next shoulder should end somewhere on the 20s, maybe the 10s. And here it will be your neckline in order for us to take the next move back up on oil to the 64. VWAP I'm showing at 63.81. So good move on that oil. Those of you who grabbed the 63.10, I wish I would have seen that when we were studying the E-mini, but we were trading the E-mini at that time. And this 63.10 was a good entry, guys. Those of you who grabbed the 63.10, kudos to you guys. Back to the 63.50. That was a nice move on that oil. $400, easy money on one lot. $800 if you trade two lots on that. Apple sitting on the 133s, nothing to do, guys. I have not executed my order. It's still sitting at 32.50 on Apple. On the other hand, I have my TQQs trying to print 109 again. Look at the TQQs, guys. Trying to move past this 109 number. The 107 from this morning, I got out at 109.50. So still waiting. This 107 was a nice entry. 107.50, nice entry. All the way to the top on the 108. We might get some resistance here on the 109, so be careful. We start seeing some small bids and supply coming up on the 109, so start looking for the TQQ reversal there if you are long. I'll probably be a small trade there. I'll place an order on my 109.70s. I think I have an order sitting down here on my account, and I have my FNGU. Let's see, FNGU, and where is my FNGU? I do have an FNGU trade from 32.30s. 32.30s. UVXY printing 452. People are hedging a little bit on the UVXY, so today, so we'll see if Monday can give us the $5 mark on UVXY. TQQs printing 109s. So I'll risk here maybe 7 cents, I don't know, something small on the TQQs. The 109s, right? Oh, okay. All right, 4 minutes to go. It's still printing 80s on this E-mini. Look at that. Nice reversal of the 72s once again. All right, nice reversal. All right, man, come on. Print at least the 82s. Let's see if we get it back to the 82s. Very important. When you read your market profile, very important to understand what's happening. That's one of the reasons why I did not short that 78 again. You guys saw me that order. On that order was the fact that we came below it, back inside the opening, the overnight range, test that overnight range. The target was that open. A small long would have been nice. I did not went long on that trade. My bad. That was my bad on the trade. I was so biased on the move down to the 72s on that trade, but I'm glad I did not went long or short. Cash, trying to conserve my cash. I'm still making money, tons of money on my other account. Let's get rid of this trend line. We got it pretty much up, and we're coming to VWAP. So I'll probably be shorting the VWAP. Right to the VPAC, we missed it by 1 point. Take a small short here back to the 76, collect 4 points. Okay, I will be closing the room in about 3 minutes. Thank you so much for coming, guys. We did have a lot of fun. We did make some money quickly. So again, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe. Please give it a big like, right? Thumbs up to the channel, to the video. Let me see. And remember, every day we are live at 11 a.m. Central. So thank you again for coming. Don't forget eslive8.com. That's where we trade live, just the way you saw it this morning. That's how we do it. All right. I'll be seeing you guys Monday. I'll see you guys Monday morning at 11 a.m. It is almost 12 now. And lunchtime is going to hit. And this market, guys, those of you shorting that 81, good kudos to you guys. Let me trade this. Before I leave, I'll probably leave my short here on the 81s, 82s. If we can take it back to the 77s. Value area low. So I'll be looking to short the E-mini right at this VPAC, right in the middle. See if we can get it back to the 77 move for the E-mini. Currently, we made some pretty good money early on. We're still looking for more. The oil, the people who were trading the oil, let's see what the oil is doing, back at 63.30. So kudos to you, to those of you who took this trade on the E-mini long those 74s. We did the short 78s to the 74. We collected about 4 or 5 points on that. That was a pretty good trade. So my move for this E-mini, it is for them to fail right at the 82 and then come back to these 70s at the end of the day, the low 70s. So that is the idea behind the trade so far. We have not seen any move above this 88. So that that high for the day may be in place already, 41.88. Still really early to call it, but we have a lot of confluence around these 41.88s, guys. So start looking for both reactions below this 80 level. Look for the 74. You get 6 points. Above the 82, the highest maybe that you can get is to that 85. So you would stop if you short those 82s. Is for you to look back to the 70s, the low 70s, maybe the 77, 76 area on the E-mini. That's what I have before I leave. Those of you who took the short and long on the oil, here is what you guys did. Kudos to those of you who identified that 63.10. Great job. Whoever cut this 63.10 long to the 63.50, this was a live trade. By the moment I saw it, we were stuck on the 63.30, so my risk reward was very limited. I decided not to go with it and I told you, get out at 63.50 because we might roll over and you see that you're giving back about 15 ticks on that trade. So for oil, look for the $63 move, right? This is the move, and then we have 62.65 all the way to 62.65 on oil. If you are short the trade on the oil. My Apple trade, my stocks, I already went over those with you guys in the room. It is noon. It's time to close the room. Be seeing you guys Monday morning. Again, thank you so much for being here. Remember, daily, I am here at 11 a.m. looking for trades in the E-mini, the oil, and the stock market. bunch of stocks that we trade live here in the room. Thank you again. Don't forget, please, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and give a big thumbs up to the video. Be seeing you guys Monday morning. Peace out. Have a blessed day, blessed weekend. Enjoy it. Enjoy it with your members, with your family members. Give them a big hug, big kiss. Take care. Peace out. Be seeing you guys Monday morning.